Well, good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Pirate Field for the final home series of the 2008 season for your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. The Pirates taking on Lander in what is an important series for Armstrong Atlantic as they try and play their way into the 2008 Peach Belt Conference baseball tournament coming up next week in Aiken, South Carolina. To do so, the Pirates are going to have to take 2 out of 3 this weekend from Lander University here at Pirate Field. Chad Jackson to bring you the action today. 1 game today, and then a doubleheader tomorrow to wrap up the 2008 regular season. For the Pirates, coming in 25-20 overall, 12-12 in the Peach Belt Conference. It's pretty simple. If they win 2 out of 3 this weekend, they will tie UNC Pembroke for that 6th spot in the conference tournament, and with the Pirates winning 2 out of 3 earlier this season from UNC Pembroke, the Pirates would get the tiebreaker and go into the tournament as the 6th seed. If the Pirates were to sweep the Bearcats this weekend, they would tie Georgia College and State University for the 5th seed, and with the Pirates winning 2 out of 3 from Georgia College earlier this year, they would win that tiebreaker, would bump Georgia College down to the 6th seed, and UNC Pembroke again would be out of the tournament. However, if Lander can pull off the series win this weekend, the Pirates would be done for the regular season, and UNC Pembroke would be the 6th seed, with Georgia College being the 5th seed. Sounds complicated, but it really isn't, as the Pirates take the field. Senior Ross Partee will take the hill for the Pirates, and he'll be countered by right-hander Daniel Hinchberger for Lander. Ross Partee on the season, 6-3 with a 3.92 earned run average, making his 14th start of the year. 80 1/3 innings pitched for Partee, 92 hits given up. He has walked 29 and struck out 41. The rest of the Pirates defensively look like this. Chris Smith will be behind the plate. Matt Tufts, the freshman, will be at third base. Juan Dorado is at shortstop. Kenny Cale is at second base today. Joey Davis is at first. And in the outfield from left to right, Josh Wilson, Michael Price, and Nick Pyron. This is the only Peach Belt Conference series in action. All the rest of the league has finished league play. Columbus State is your regular season Peach Belt Conference champion with a 19-8 record, finishing 1 game ahead of USC Aiken at 18-9. Francis Marion and North Georgia tied for the 3rd spot in the league standings at 16-11. Georgia College at 15-12 is currently 5th. UNC Pembroke 6th at 14-13. And your Pirates come in at 12-12. Lander University will lead things off here in the top of the 1st. Brian Bender, the left fielder, will come to the plate. He'll be followed in the lineup by Robert Skinner and Brooks Arnett. The Bearcats at 19-31 overall, 6-18 in the Peach Belt Conference. And Partee will get set to face Bender here. Bender, a freshman from Simpsonville, South Carolina, looks at a first pitch strike. Bender hitting .262, no homers, 9 runs driven in on the year. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Partee. Next pitch is high, and it's 1-1. Even though the Bearcats are 6-18 in the league, they did take 2 out of 3 from Francis Marion, so they have the ability, as there's a shot into left field, but Josh Wilson will make the catch, and that is out number 1. So 1 down for the third baseman, Robert Skinner. Freshman from Hartsville, South Carolina. Skinner hitting .251, 1 home run, and 29 runs driven in on the year. As a team, the Bearcats hitting .268, 18 team home runs. Strike by Partee at the knees makes it 0-1. Well, since we last talked to you from here at Pirate Field, Pirates went through that stretch of 8 straight games against nationally ranked opponents and picked up just 1 or 2 wins. They did defeat Erskine here on Tuesday, 11-8, scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. As there's a shot to second, Cale will have to take it on 1 bounce, throws over to first, and there's quickly 2 away. ASU started that stretch dropping a contest to Valdosta State. That was our last webcast for you back on April 15th. Pirates then traveled to conference champion Columbus State, won 1 out of 3. Lost at Valdosta State on Tuesday the 22nd, and then lost twice to the top-ranked team in the nation, Mount Olive, just last weekend. Partee delivers a first pitch strike to the first baseman Brooks Arnett. Another freshman for head coach Chris Moore. Lakeview, South Carolina, the right-hander Arnett. So the top 3 hitters in the lineup for the Bearcats, all freshmen. The 0-1 pitch from Partee is popped up. Very shallow center field. Coming on is Price. He calls off Kenny Cale and makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down go the Bearcats. We head to the bottom of the first inning with the Pirates coming about. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic will get its first look at senior Daniel Hinchberger. 5-3 with a 3.67 earned run average, making his team-high 13th start of the year. 83 in the 3rd innings pitch for Hinchberger. 74 hits given up. He has struck out 78 and walked 33. Senior from Oregon. Pitched against the Pirates last year. It was a 1-0 win by the Pirates. In that game, Hinchberger went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 1 run, walked 4, and struck out 8. Josh Wilson will lead things off for the Pirates. He'll be followed in the order by Juan Dorado and Joey Davis. Wilson shows bunt, but takes a strike. And it's 0-1. Josh on the year leading the Pirates in hitting, a .407 average. 7 homers, 32 runs driven in. Also leads the Pirates in slugging at .603, on-base percentage .455, and in stolen bases as well with 9. Line drive through into left field. That could be 2. Wilson stumbles, digs, and now will slide in safely with a leadoff double. Here in the bottom of the first inning is 15th double of the season. The Pirates have the leadoff runner on for Juan Dorado. Dorado a .329 average, but more importantly, as the two-hole hitter, he has 18 sacrifice hits that leads not only the Peach Bowl Conference, but NCAA Division II as well. First pitch to him is outside. Dorado showed bunt, but that was not a good pitch to lay down. Bottom of the first inning, Pirates and the Bearcats just starting away from here at Pirate Field. Dorado takes another pitch high from Hinchberger, and it's 2-0. Hinchberger's 2-0 pitch, and that is a strike at the knees, making it 2-1. The 2-1 delivery is a breaking ball that Dorado bunts foul. So it's a 2-2 count now. We'll see if head coach Joe Roberts has the bunt sign on. Even with 2 strikes, Wilson leads away from second. The 2-2 pitch from Hinchberger is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Dorado strikes out for the first out of the inning. Now we'll bring up Joey Davis, fourth-year senior, first baseman, hitting .320 with team-high totals in home runs and RBIs, 12 home runs, 47 runs driven in. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Davis's 12 home runs are the most in a single season for a Pirate batter since 2002. Swinging a ground ball to second, and that's going to get through into right field. Slow roller will give Wilson enough time to come home, and it's an RBI single for Joey Davis, and the Pirates take the lead 1-0. So Davis picks up his 48th run driven in, and the Pirates take the lead 1-0. And senior Derek Miller will come to the plate, cleanup hitter for the Pirates today. Miller serving as the designated hitter, hitting .276, 4 home runs, and 39 runs driven in, second most RBIs on the squad. Hinchberger's pitch to Miller is a strike, and it's 0-1. Hinchberger from the stretch, and the pitch, and that one is lifted down the right line, but it's curving, and it will hit foul for strike 2. The 2-0 or the 0-2 pitch will not be made. Instead, a throw over to first. It's Davis does not have a huge lead, but Pirates might be starting the runner to avoid the double play. Again, Miller fouls off the pitch from Hinchberger. One game today. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we'll have a doubleheader to wrap up the 2008 regular season. It is also graduation day here at AASU. Graduation ceremonies in the morning down at the Civic Center. Ross Partee, today's starter, will be in the graduation ceremony. Hinchberger works from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch to Miller is lined up the middle, but right at the center fielder. T.J. Guinan, easy out, makes it 2 down for Kenny Cale. Cale steps into the batter's box with a .318 average this season, team high 15 doubles, 2 homers and 19 runs driven in. Pirates lead 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning here at Pirate Field. Ground ball through the hole. That's going to get into left field for a base hit. Davis will stop at second. But 3 hits in the inning for the Pirates. And Kenny Cale gives the Pirates runners at first and second for Chris Smith. Smith second on the team in hitting, .373 average, 2 homers, 22 RBI. Pirates looking for more after plating 1 run in the inning on the RBI single by Joey Davis. Hinchberger starts off Smith with a single. This is the final home series for the Pirates, but not the final action on campus athletically. Next week, the Pirate tennis teams will host regional action, as there's a big swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch by Hinchberger. And Hinchberger gets ahead in the count 0-2. The Pirates and Lady Pirates will host the Mid-Atlantic Regional over at the ASU Tennis Complex on May 8th and 9th. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled out back to the screen, the Lady Pirates and Pirates will try and advance out of the regional. If they do, they will travel to Houston for the National Championships, May 14th through 17th. Joey Davis on at second, Kenny Cale on at first. 2 outs in the inning. Hinchberger's 0-2 pitch to Smith is chopped foul again. And they're going to call catcher interference on the pitch. So Smith will head down to first base. Yeah. So catcher interference will load the bases. That's neither an hit nor an error. It's just a... it usually doesn't go on the board. It just goes into the catcher stats, but that's all right. So anyway, we have the bases loaded here, and Michael Price will bat with an RBI opportunity. The freshman from Florida, hitting .297 on the year, chops 1 to second. Up with it is Bauer, throws on to first, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates strike first here in the bottom of the first on the RBI single by Joey Davis. We had at the top of the second inning. It is 1-0 Armstrong Atlantic. We head to the top of the second inning. Armstrong Atlantic State leads Lander 1-0. Ross Partey's first pitch to cleanup hitter. Catcher Josh Lavorne is a ball. Lavorne, a freshman from Bradley, South Carolina, takes another breaking ball low. And it's 2-0. On the season, Lavorne hitting .311. 1 home run, 14 runs driven in. Fastball is outside, and it's 3-0 to the leadoff hitter for the Bearcats. And 3-0 pitch is a fastball at the belt, and it's 3-1. Another fastball, another strike. And the count runs full. Partey's 3-2 delivery, and that's lined into right field, but right at Nick Pyron. Pyron will make the catch for out number 1. So with 1 down, the designated hitter, Malcolm McLeod, will step to the plate, the leading hitter for the Bearcats, a .333 average. No homers, 26 runs driven in. Partey's first pitch to him is a strike. Well, the Pirates are trying to extend their season, head to the postseason. The Armstrong Atlantic State tennis teams are in the postseason as well, but they will be joined by the Pirate men's golf and softball teams this next weekend in NCAA regional play. The men's golfers will be in action in North Carolina in the Atlantic Southeast Regional, while the softball team will be in action in Pembroke, North Carolina at the South Atlantic Regional. That's not official yet, but we have it on very good authority that that's where they are headed. They will start play on Thursday up in Pembroke. 1-2 pitch from Partey bounces in front of the plate to McLeod, making it 2-2. 2-2 fastball, and that one's fouled off the mask of catcher Chris Smith. Smith checks it out, makes sure it's still structurally intact. And again, the 2-2 pitch, that one bounces in the dirt, and it's 3-2. One nothing. Armstrong Atlantic with the early lead. We are in the top of the second inning here at Pirate Field. The 3-2 pitch from Partey, that's low. And Partey gives up a one-out walk to McLeod. And that brings up the right fielder, Gabe McCann. McCann, .303 average, 2 homers, and 30 runs driven in. One thing about the Bearcats, they like to run 90 stolen bases on the season. In 50 games played, McLeod, who is on first base, is 8 of 9. First pitch swinging is McCann, and he fouls it off for strike 1. The 90 stolen bases by Lander are third most in the Peach Belt Conference. Georgia College with 126 and Columbus State with 97. Conversely, the Pirates rank 11th out of 11 teams in stolen bases with just 38 on the year. Partey will throw over to first, but McLeod slides in safely. Now the 0-1 pitch from Partey is slapped foul down the left side. making it 0-2. McCann, a left-handed hitter, junior from Hickory Tavern, South Carolina. The only left-handed hitter in the lineup for the Bearcats today. The 0-2 pitch popped up a mile high in the infield. Cale drifts over towards the first base bag and will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down for the Bearcats. A.J. Nunziato will bat now, a switch-hitting freshman from South Setauket, New York. On the year, Nunziato, .284 average, 4 homers, and 21 runs driven in. Time is called as Partee takes a little extra time on the mound. McLeod leads away from first, drew a 1-out walk off of Partee. Elicits another throw from Partee. Now the first pitch to the plate is low to Nunziato, and it's 1-0. Pirates will say goodbye to 5 seniors tomorrow, playing their final home games. One of them, Partee, making his final start today. Runner bluffs. It's a ground ball up the middle. That is a base hit off the bat of Nunziato. McLeod will stop at second. And the Bearcats have runners on first and second with 2 out. And the center fielder, T.J. Guinan, at the plate. A senior from Annandale, Virginia. Guinan hitting .250, 2 homers, 33 runs driven in. That's a team-high RBI number. Partee's first pitch is popped up into very shallow right field. Nick Pyron will make the catch, and that will retire the side. The Bearcats get 2 runners on, but the Pirates get out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 Armstrong Atlantic. Bottom of the second inning, freshman Matt Tufts will lead things off for the Pirates. It'll be followed by Nick Pyron and Josh Wilson as the Pirates lead at 1-0. Tufts getting the start today, the left-handed hitter. Takes a pitch high and outside for ball 1. Tufts hitting .246, a homer, 8 runs driven in, 15th start of the year. Swings and hits one up the middle, and that's going to be knocked down by the second baseman. Long throw to first, but it's not in time. It was a nice play by Bauer just to get to the ball. But an infield single for Matt Tufts gives the Pirates a leadoff runner on for Nick Pyron. Nick hitting .278 on the season, 3 homers, 25 runs driven in. Throw over to first by Hinchberger, but Tufts back to the bag. Tufts has not attempted a stolen base this season, but he's taking a pretty good lead over there at first. Pyron, the Georgia State transfer, as another throw over to first chases Tufts back to the bag. Pyron 4th on the team in runs driven in this year. Takes a strike from Hinchberger, and it's 0-1. And head coach Joe Roberts going to give a sign to Pyron, see if maybe the big right fielder will lay down a bunt here. He's got 1 sacrifice hit on the season. 1-0, Pirates lead. We're in the bottom of the second. Throw over to first again, but Tufts back easily. Hinchberger from the stretch. Pyron shows bunt, and it's a foul ball. It bounced in front of the plate and then kicked foul to the right side, which makes the count 0-2. Only one other team in the Peach Belt Conference in action today, as North Georgia is wrapping up a non-conference series with Flagler as they try and tune up for Peach Belt Conference tournament play. 2-2 pitch, bunted foul by Pyron, and so he is out on strikes as he cannot advance Tufts. And we'll go back to the top of the order for Josh Wilson, who doubled and scored in the first. Wilson upping his average now. Came in hitting 407. Of course, last year Tyler Evans hit 403 for the Pirates. The first pitch is down and away, and then a ball is thrown away by the catcher. They tried to catch Matt Tufts napping at first, but the catcher for Lander, Josh Lavorne, throws it into right field, so Tufts will advance to second base. So it's as if Pyron had gotten the job done with the sacrifice hit, as Tufts will now be in scoring position for Wilson. 1-0 pitch to Wilson. That's down and away, and it's 2-0. Another pitch high, and it's 3-0 to Wilson. Wilson's averaged the highest since David Harriman Hit .412 for the Pirates back in 2002 en route to an All-American season. The 3-0 delivery from Hinchberger is a strike, and it's 3-1. Matt Tufts on at second with one out. We are in the bottom of the second. 3-1 pitch. That is a strike, and it's 3-2. A payoff pitch from Hinchberger to Wilson is grounded to third. Long throw to first, and it is not in time, and so an infield hit by Wilson puts runners at first and second with one out. It was a slow roller to third. Robert Skinner fielded about as cleanly as he could, but Wilson's speed beats it out, and the Pirates have 2 on with 1 out for Dorado. Who struck out in his first at-bat. He bunts to third, and this is going to be an infield single as nobody goes to field the ball. The third baseman Skinner stayed at the bag at third, expecting the pitcher Hinchberger to field and try to get the lead runner. So 2 infield hits, actually 3 infield hits in the inning, as Tufts led it off with an infield single to second. And the Pirates have the bases loaded. Joey Davis steps to the plate. Singled in a run his first time up. Takes a pitch low here for ball 1. Again, Davis leading the team in home runs and RBIs. He also has 2 grand slams on the season. He hit those in consecutive at-bats over 2 games against North Georgia earlier this year. Pitch is high from Hinchberger. Davis checks a swing, and it's 2-0. Matt Tufts on at third. Josh Wilson on at second. Juan Dorado is on at first. The 2-0 pitch from Hinchberger is popped up to second, and that's going to be behind the second baseman. 2 runs are going to score as that bloop single by Joey Davis plates 2, and the Pirates lead it 3-0. Well, both of Davis's RBI singles have not been sharply hit, but they have found the perfect spots to fall, and the Pirates lead at 3-0. Derek Miller steps to the plate now. He takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Miller lined out to center field his first time up. And the Pirates have 2 on, still just 1 out in the inning. And that only out came when Nick Pyron tried to bunt a runner over, but was out on strikes as he bunted foul strike 3. The 2-0 pitch from Hinchberger, and that's a strike, letter high, and it's 2-1. Well, Hinchberger's given up 7 hits, but really only one of them sharply hit, the leadoff double by Wilson in the first. 3 infield hits, a couple of bloop base hits. As Miller gets hit by the pitch, and the bases are loaded again. for Derek Miller. That's his fourth time he's been plunked by a pitch, and that is going to bring out a visit to the mound by the Lander pitching coach. So we will take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. So the meeting on the mound is done, and Kenny Kale will now step into the batter's box. Kale singled through the hole his first time up. Against Hinchberger, he bats with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second, Pirates with 2 runs already in. And the first pitch to him is high for ball 1. Juan Dorado on at third. Joey Davis on at second. Derek Miller on at first. Breaking ball by Hinchberger drops in for a strike. And it's 1-1. One pitch. That is outside. And looked about as good as the last pitch, but it's now 2-1 on Kale. Savannah native playing second base today for the Pirates. Takes a pitch that is a strike, even though Kale ducked out of the way of the pitch, and it's 2-2. Hinchberger again from the stretch. The 2-2 delivery is swung on and missed, strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning. A big out for Hinchberger. There's now 1 out at any base, gets him out of the inning. Chris Smith comes to the plate. Smith reached on catcher's interference his first time up. And Pirates have had this season twice in which a batter has reached on catcher's interference. Both times it's been Chris Smith. Swing and a foul back to the screen. And it's 0-1. Pirates lead at 3-0. We are in the bottom of the second. Armstrong Atlantic needs to win 2 of 3 this weekend to advance to the Peach Belt Conference tournament next week in Aiken, South Carolina. 0-1 pitch, and that's lined into center field, but right at T.J. Guinan. He will make the catch for out number 3. But the Pirates plate 2 on the 2 RBI single by Joey Davis. We head to the top of the third. It's 3-0 Armstrong Atlantic. We head to the top of the third inning here at Pirate Field, Armstrong Atlantic. Leading Lander 3-0. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters in the order for the Bearcats. Facing Ross Partee. Alex Bauer, the second baseman. Step into the batter's box. Bauer hitting .169, no homers, 14 runs driven in on the year. Bauer, a freshman from Aiken, South Carolina. Swings and fouls off the first pitch from Partee for strike one. Swinging a ground ball to second. Kale up with it, throws on to first, and there's one away. That sends us back to the top of the order for left fielder Brian Bender. Flew out to left field his first time up. Bender listed on the roster as a right-handed hitter, but bats from the left side here. Takes a pitch high for ball one from Partee. Maybe Bender experimenting with some switch hitting here this season. Takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Tries to bunt his way on. It's a great bunt, but Partee fields his position well, and they say Bender beats out the throw from Partee at first. So Bender is on with a bunt single here in the third. Second hit of the game for the Bearcats as Robert Skinner, the third baseman, steps to the plate. Bender 9 for 10 on the season in stolen bases. Partee's first pitch to Skinner. That's lined into center field, and it's trapped by Price. They go to second, and will get the force. And actually, they're going to say that the bases umpire ruled that Price caught the ball. Either way, they're being out at first, or out at second, but the Pirates are going to get the benefit here of a call as Price will make the catch and double up the runner at first, and the Pirates are going to get out of the inning. The discussion continues, but we will break as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Pirates leading at 3-0. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Armstrong Atlantic leads 3-0 and gets the benefit of a nice defensive play by Michael Price out in center field to end that last inning. And so Price will lead things off, of course, here in the bottom of the third inning. the freshman from Florida. Grounded out to second base his first time up against Hinchberger. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Pirates here this afternoon. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Lander. The catcher's interference and the errant throw by the catcher, Josh Lavorne, into right field. The 2 miscues by Lander this afternoon. Hinchberger's first pitch to Price is high for ball 1. One 0 pitch. Price shows bunt, but it's a breaking ball outside, taken for a ball. And it is 2-0. Lander's last outing was a doubleheader last Saturday against Pfeiffer. They split with the Falcons, losing 6-3 in the first game, but winning 12-7 in the second game. Hinchberger got the win in that contest, as that pitch is high outside, making it 3-1. And that win by Hinchberger snapped a 9-game losing streak by the Bearcats. 3-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 3-2. Lander's streak started with the 3-game sweep at the hands of UNC Pembroke. Then they lost at Catawba. There's a shot foul down the third base side. Lander then lost 3 at USC Aiken. One of those an extra inning loss to the Pacers, then a 12-5 loss to Erskine before the Saturday doubleheader against Pfeiffer. The payoff pitch from Hinchberger is grounded to first, taken easily by Arnett. He will step on the bag for out number 1. That brings up Matt Tufts, the third baseman, singled and scored in the second inning. Hinchberger's first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. So neither of these two teams playing particularly well towards the end of the season. The Pirates enduring a tough stretch to end the year, as there's a ground ball off the pitcher up the middle and then thrown off the bag by the shortstop, but still a tough play. Tufts will get an infield hit. So another infield single for the Pirates gives Armstrong Atlantic a runner on first. And Pyron at the plate tried to bunt his first time up, struck out when he bunted the third strike, but with 1 out should be swinging away here. First pitch to him is a big swing and a miss by Pyron for strike 1. Pirates have won just twice in their last 8 games. But those 8 games all against nationally ranked opponents: Valdosta State, Columbus, Mount Olive, and Erskine. Hinchberger's pitch to Pyron is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 delivery swung on and lined in the left field, but right at Brian Bender. Bender will make the catch for out number 2. That brings up Josh Wilson, 2 for 2 today. His average has climbed all the way up to 414. He has his 27th multi-hit game of the season as well. He singled and scored in the second inning, doubled and scored in the first. First pitch to him is down and away for ball one. Hinchberger's 1-0 pitch is a little high, but called a strike, and it's 1-1. Off-speed pitch, a little low, taken for a ball, and it's 2-1. Tufts leads away from first. And then elicits a throw from Hinchberger. Bottom of the third inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leads 3-0. Pirates needing 2 out of 3 from the Bearcats to keep their season alive. Hinchberger's 2-1 pitch is low, and it's 3-1. And another throw over to first by the tall right-hander for Lander. And ball 4 issued to Wilson. First walk of the game for Hinchberger. And it brings up Juan Dorado. Just one small note on Wilson, is 414 average right now, the 6th best in a single season in Armstrong history, were the season to end today. Dorado bunted his way on with a bunt base hit. His last time up, he's 1 for 2. Hinchberger's first pitch is low for ball 1. Skinner creeping in at third. Not one to get caught. Like he did last time when he went to the bag at third, but Hinchberger could not field the bunt by Dorado. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1. One pitch is low and away, and it's 2-1. Lander and Armstrong Atlantic facing off here on the baseball field next week. Lander and Armstrong Atlantic will be hosting their respective men's tennis regionals, as the Pirates are the 1 seed. There's a shot into right field, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder, Gabe McCann, for the final out of the inning. The Pirates plate 2, or put 2 on here in the third, but cannot plate either of the runners. We head to the top of the fourth. It is 3-0 Armstrong Atlantic. We head to the top of the fourth inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic State leading Lander 3-0. Brooks Arnett, the first baseman, leads off for the Bearcats. Tries to bunt his way on, takes a pitch, actually offers it a pitch. That's a little low, and it's strike one to Arnett. Arnett flew out to center field his first time up against Ross Partee, who has given up just 2 hits and no runs in the first 3 innings. Partee, the 1-1 delivery to Arnett is low, and it's 2-1. Tomorrow for the Pirates, it'll be Cody Walden and Jeff Chase in the doubleheader. Ground ball foul down the third base side makes it 2-2. The other seniors who will be playing for the final time tomorrow, catcher Derek Miller and Chris Smith, as well as first baseman Joey Davis and reliever Nate Herder. 5 seniors, fed coach Joe Roberts, making their final appearance here at Pirate Field. Pitch is low, and it's ball 4 issued to Arnett. Second walk given up by Partee. And this one leads off the 4th inning and brings up the catcher Josh Laverne, who lined out to right field his first time up. Laverne, the freshman from Bradley, South Carolina, came into today hitting .311. For the Bearcats and head coach Chris Moore. Pitch high for a ball. Laverne takes it, and it's 1-0. As Partee all of a sudden starting to struggle with control a little bit. Swinging a foul back to the screen makes it 1-1. Chris Moore is the 4th head coach in Lander baseball history. Native of Wilmington, North Carolina. He was an assistant coach at Davidson before joining Lander's baseball program as an assistant coach in '05 and then ascending to become the head coach in 2006. Played ball at Western Carolina for the Catamounts and was the Southern Conference's Player of the Year in 1999. Pitch is low from Partee, and it's 2-1 now to Laverne. Arnett leads away from first. Runner goes in the pitch. It's a hit and run. Ground ball to third. Tufts' only play will be to first. And so the batter, Laverne, is retired, but Arnett moves to second, and he's in scoring position for the designated hitter, Malcolm McLeod. McLeod drew a walk from Partee in the second. Came in as the leading hitter for the Bearcats, .333 average, no homers, 26 runs driven in. Last year, McLeod hit .303, 2 homers, and 10 doubles. And last year in a game against the Pirates went 5 for 5. Breaking ball drops in for a strike, and it's 1-1 to McLeod. McLeod transferred to Lander from Newberry College. After playing his freshman year for the Indians. 1-1 pitch is low in the dirt, taken for a ball, and it's 2-1. We are in the top of the fourth inning. Armstrong Atlantic leading it 3-0. But Lander has a runner in scoring position with one out. And the pitch by Partee is high and tight, and it's now 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch popped foul. Smith gives chase, but it will fall out of play. And McLeod stays alive. So again, the payoff pitch from Ross Partee is called strike 3, and McLeod is out on strikes. First strikeout for Ross. And with 2 down, it brings up the right fielder, Gabe McCann. McCann popped out to second base his first time up. Partee's first pitch to him is lined into deep right field. This one is carrying, and this one is off the fence. Pyron picks it up, gets it in quickly, but the double by McCann plates Lander's first run of the ball game, and it's 3-1. McCann picks up his 13th double of the year, his 31st run driven in. And Nunziato, the shortstop, steps to the plate. He owns one of Lander's 3 hits today, as he can make this a 1-run ball game with a base hit. Partee's first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. And that's really the sharpest hit ball we've seen today off of Partee. The 1-0 delivery is fouled back to the screen, making it 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from senior right-hander Ross Partee will not be made as time is called by A.J. Nunziato. Swinging a pop foul behind us out of play. And it's 1-2. 1-2 breaking ball is blocked by Smith. A nice play behind the plate from the senior. As it prevents McLeod from advancing from second. And the count is now 2-2 on the Bearcat shortstop. 2-2 pitch popped up into right field. Pyron settles underneath it and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But Lander gets on the board on the RBI double by Gabe McCann. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It is 3-1 Armstrong Atlantic. Joey Davis leads things off for the Pirates here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Swings and fouls off the first pitch from Hinchberger. For strike one, Davis has driven in all 3 runs for the Pirates today. An RBI single in the first, a 2 RBI single with the bases loaded in the second. Swinging a ground ball foul. Makes it 0-2. Davis now with 50 runs driven in on the season. Kind of the difference between this year and last. Davis, the only Pirate player with 50 RBIs last year. The Pirates had 4 batters with 50 or more runs driven in. As there's a blooper into right field, that is going to fall for a base hit as the first baseman, Arnett, falls down trying to chase the ball. So 3 times Davis has went to the opposite field, and 3 times Davis has gotten a base hit for his efforts, and the Pirates have the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the fourth for Derek Miller. Last year, Truman Merrick, Josh Wilson, Sean Hotzek, and Kenny Kale all drove in 50 or more runs, as the Pirates had 408 on the season. This year, the Pirates just 253. Now, part of that is that the Pirates have played 16 games less than last year at this time, as Miller fouls off the first pitch trying to bunt Davis over to second. But the Pirates have not had as many clutch base hits this year with runners in scoring position. They've stranded a lot of base runners. Miller offers that a pitch outside, and it's an 0-2 count on the Pirates' designated hitter. Davis leads away from first, but Hinchberger is way ahead of Miller here, 0-2. He shows bunt again, gets it down, and the only play will be for the third baseman Skinner over to first. The sacrifice is successful, and Davis is in scoring position with one out. For Miller, that's his fourth sacrifice hit of the year, and Kenny Cale comes to the plate, 1 for 2 today with a single. He has also struck out. Pirates trying to get the run back that they gave up in the top of the fourth. Cale takes a first pitch low from Hinchberger for ball one. Fastball, that is a strike on the outside part of the plate, making it 1-1. The 1-1 pitch inside. Cale shifts out of the way, and it's 2-1. Davis led off the inning with a bloop base hit to right field. Derek Miller sacrificed him over to second. And now Cale has a 3-1 count as Hinchberger's pitch is high. Hinchberger has walked 1. He has also given up 9 hits and had a runner reach on catcher's interference. The 3-1 delivery, grounded up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Davis is going to hold at third as the throw comes in quickly from the center fielder, T.J. Guinan. But the Pirates have runners at the corners with one out for Chris Smith. Smith has reached on catcher's interference. He has also lined out to center as he comes up with a big RBI opportunity. Runners at first and third and one out. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Armstrong Atlantic leads at 3-1. First game of this Peach Belt Conference Series. Sacrifice or attempt by Smith to squeeze Davis home, but he pops it up foul for strike one. Well, next week on Thursday, May 8th, over at the ASU Tennis Complex, the Pirates and Lady Pirates will host the Mid-Atlantic Tennis Regional. Action begins at 9 a.m. with the women taking on Virginia State. And then at 11 o'clock, Clayton State and Augusta State will match up. Bunt by Smith. This is a fair ball, and then it kicks foul. A heads-up play by the catcher Lavorne to watch it bounce and kick foul. So it's a 2-strike count now on Smith. At 2 o'clock on Thursday, the Armstrong Atlantic men's tennis team will face Shaw. And then at 4 o'clock, Georgia College and Columbus State will match up. We'll have a live webcam as well as live stats of all the matches on Thursday. The championship matches of the region will take place on Friday, 10 a.m. for the women and 2 p.m. for the men. And then it's off to Houston for the winner of the regionals, which obviously we hope will be the Pirates. for the Spring Sports Festival. Pitch is high and it pops off the glove of the catcher. Davis comes to the plate on the pass ball, and the Pirates add a run. It is 4-1 on the pass ball by Lavorne. So Smith now has a runner at second with one out. As the Pirates again lead it by 3, it's 4-1. Hinchberger's pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and Smith is out on strikes for Hinchberger. That is his 4th strikeout of the game, and it brings up Michael Price, who has grounded out twice today. Hinchberger's first pitch to Price is a strike, and it's 0-1. Kenny Cale leads away from second. Pirates with one run in already in the inning. Breaking ball, that's a good pitch by Hinchberger as it drops in for a strike, making it 0-2. Pitch called, strike 3, and Price is out on strikes. So Hinchberger, after the pass ball brings in a run, strikes out. Smith and Price back to back. We head to the top of the 5th. It is 4-1 Armstrong Atlantic. We head to the top of the 5th inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leads Lander 4-1. TJ Guinan, the center fielder, leads off for Lander. Looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Guinan flew out to right field his first time up. Swings and pops one up, foul territory. Third baseman Matt Tufts will make the easy play for out number 1. Brings up Alex Bauer, the second baseman, grounded to second his first time up today. Tries to bunt his way on, but Partee will field it easily, throw on to first, and there's quickly 2 down. Now I'll bring up Brian Bender, the leadoff hitter for Lander. He bunted his way on successfully in the 3rd inning, but then was erased on the double play off the bat of Skinner. A mildly controversial play that it was ruled that Michael Price had caught a line drive, sinking line drive in center field. And then Price doubled off Bender at first when Bender was standing on second base. 0-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 0-2 to Bender. Pirates scored 1 run in the first inning, 2 in the second, 1 in the bottom of the fourth. Landers' only run came in the top of the fourth. As called strike 3, Partee catches Bender at the knees, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Bearcats. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. It is 4-1 Armstrong Atlantic. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leading Lander 4-1. Matt Tufts, Nick Pyron, and Josh Wilson to face Daniel Hinchberger here in the bottom of the fifth. Tufts looks at the first pitch high for ball 1. He has singled twice today and scored a run. Swings and lifts one foul down the right side for a strike. And it's 1-1 on the freshman third baseman. A pitch way outside that Tufts lays off of. It's a 2-1 count. Tufts with 2 hits today. He's pushed his average up to 268. Swings and fouls off the next offering. And it's 2-2. Two pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And that's 3 straight strikeouts for Hinchberger. As he now has 6 in the contest. And with 1 down, Nick Pyron comes to the plate. Pyron lined out to left field his last time up. He is 0 for 2 today. Pirates have bunched up their base hits today. Tufts has 2. Cale has 2. Davis has 3. Wilson has 2. Price, Pyron, Miller still looking for their first hits of the game. Pitch is low, and it's 2-0 to Pyron from Hinchberger. We saw a Lander right-hander start to loosen up a little bit between innings, but no action currently in the bullpen. Off-speed pitch grounded to third. That is a fair ball down the left side. Pyron digs for two, and he will make it standing up. And Nick Pyron has his 14th double of the year. And the Pirates have a one-out base runner for Josh Wilson. Second double of the game for the Pirates. And Pyron is going to head back to the dugout as they appeal and say that he missed first base. So that's the second time we've seen that happen to Pyron this year. And so Josh Wilson will bat. With the bases empty and two out. Two-0 pitch to Wilson, high and tight, and Hinchberger, after giving up 2 hits to Wilson in his first 2 at-bats, has really not given Wilson much of a pitch to hit. Walked him in the third inning, and now walks him here on 4 straight pitches with 2 outs. And it brings up Juan Dorado, who is 1 for 3 today. Flew out to right field his last time up. He has also singled and struck out. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning here at Pirate Field, 4-1. Armstrong Atlantic with the lead. Pirates have had plenty of base runners today. 11 hits, a pair of walks, but they have left 9 stranded through the first 4 innings of play. Pitch is in the dirt, blocked successfully by Lavorne, and Wilson cannot advance. It's a 1-0 count on Dorado. Throw over to first. Wilson back safely. And another throw over to first. Not as close this time. Wilson does lead the Pirates in stolen bases. 9 steals, but he's been caught 5 times, 9 of 14. Fastball high to Dorado, and it's 2-0. And Hinchberger has thrown 6 straight balls to Wilson and Dorado combined here. Again, the Pirates this weekend need to win 2 out of 3 to advance to the Peach Belt Conference Baseball Championships, which will be next Thursday through Sunday in Aiken, South Carolina at Roberto Hernandez Stadium. That's where the tournament was 2 years ago, as the Peach Belt re-added the conference tournament. It had not been in existence since 1998. As Mr. Versatility Jay Carmichael makes an appearance in the press box. Runner goes, throw down to second, and Wilson is in safely with his 10th stolen base of the year. And the Pirates have a runner in scoring position again. Dorado looks in as Hinchberger delivers the pitch, and that's grounded to second. Up with it is Bauer. Throws over to the pitcher, Hinchberger covering, and that will retire the side. As the Pirates get a couple of base runners, but one misses a bag, and Wilson is stranded at second. We head to the top of the sixth. It is 4-1 Pirates. Hey, I'm webcasting the game. Can I call you back? Okay. Ross Partie's first pitch to the third baseman. Robert Skinner is low for ball one. Skinner, Arnett, and Lavorne to face Partie here in the top of the sixth inning, with Armstrong Atlantic leading 4-1. Pitch high and tight, taken for a ball, makes it 2-0. On Skinner is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to second and lined into the 8-4-3 double play. As Partie's next pitch is high and tight again, and it's 3-0. 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors for Lander this afternoon. 4 runs on 11 hits. No errors for the Pirates. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1. Swinging a line drive up the middle. That is a base hit for Skinner. And Lander has the leadoff runner on for just the second time today. The first time was in the 4th inning when the Bearcats scored their only run of the ball game. Brooks Arnett, the first baseman, steps to the plate 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked and scored. Back in that 4th inning. Partie works from the stretch. The pitch to Arnett is popped foul out of play. And the count is 1-1. Skinner leads away from first, so Partie throws over. Skinner 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. Sort of atypical for a team that's stolen 90 bags this year. 3rd most in the league. The 1-1 pitch is lined to short. Dorado will catch it on the fly. Skinner alertly scampers back to first, so no chance for Dorado to double up the runner, and that's the first out of the inning. Now we'll bring up the catcher, Josh Lavorne, 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out today. Ortiz's first pitch to him is high for ball 1. Fastball low, taken for a ball. And it's 2-0. Again, the Pirates and the Bearcats tomorrow at 1 o'clock, wrapping up the 3-game series as well as the regular season schedule for not only both teams but the Peach Belt Conference. Ground ball, high chopper to third, but it's a foul ball. And the Lander third base coach arguing that it was a fair ball. But the count is 2-1. Some chalk may have flown up on that, but we'll never know. Skinner leads away from first. Lavorne now with a 2-1 count. Ortiz's pitch is high, and it's 3-1. Of course, the Pirates trying to get back to the Peach Belt Conference tournament that they won last year, as ball 4 issued to Lavorne. It was the first Peach Belt Conference tournament title ever won by the Pirates. Of course, the key component in that tournament win was MVP Josh Wilson. So runners on first and second for the designated hitter Malcolm McLeod, who has walked and struck out for the Bearcats today against Partee. First pitch to him is fouled back out of play for strike 1. Skinner started the inning with a single. After an out, a walk. And there's a shot in the left center field. On the run is Wilson. He will make the catch in the gap for the second out of the inning. So it'll be up to Gabe McCann. McCann has already delivered the only run of the game for the Bearcats as he hit the first pitch from Partee in the 4th inning off the right field fence for an RBI double. First pitch to him, fastball right over the plate. This time McCann takes, and it's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery, breaking ball swung on and missed by McCann, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, a little outside, taken for a ball. And it's 1-2. Partee's 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Smith will have to throw to first to complete the strikeout, which he does, and that retires the side. The Bearcats put 2 on, but Partee gets out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 4-1 Pirates. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Pirate Field. Joey Davis hits a fly ball to deep center field. This one is carrying, and this one is off the fence. Davis is going to head for 3, and Joey Davis will get a triple to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. And that may be his first career triple in 4 years, as the center fielder, T.J. Guinan, slammed into the fence. The ball actually hit his glove, but he went down pretty hard. He's back up now and looks to be okay, but Davis motored his way all the way to third. And now Derek Miller takes a first pitch low for ball 1. I was going to say that Davis was 3 for 3 going into that at-bat and had 3 of about the ugliest base hits you're going to see. But he put a charge in that one as a wild pitch. Almost scores Davis, but it was so wild that it hit off the screen and came back halfway to the plate. So the catcher, Lavorne, able to get to it quickly and prevent Davis from scoring. But it's a 2-0 count now on Miller. It is 390 to center field. That one was hit about 388. And Davis narrowly missed his 13th home run of the year. Ground ball, or line drive, to short, gloved by the shortstop Nunziato. And that prevents a run from scoring because Nunziato catches it on the fly. And that's the first out of the inning. So that brings up Kenny Cale, who is 2 for 3 today. He takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. A 1 pitch, that's a strike as well. And Hinchberger gets ahead in the count, 0-2. (0-2) pitch, and that's lifted into very shallow left field. Making the catch is Bender, and it is not deep enough to score Davis. So after Davis leads off the inning with a triple, a line out to short and a fly ball to left means that Chris Smith was going to have to come up with a 2-out base hit if the Pirates are going to score Davis. Swing a line drive in the left field, but right at Bender. 3 outs by Hinchberger prevents Davis from scoring, and we will head to the top of the 7th inning. It is still 4-1 Pirates. Shortstop A.J. Nunziato leads off the top of the 7th inning for Lander. Tries to bunt his way on, but bunts the first pitch foul for strike one. Nunziato 1 for 2 with a single today. Came into today's game hitting .284 for the Bearcats. The 0-1 pitch from Ross Partee is lined into right field, but Nick Pyron is there to make the catch for out number 1. That brings up the center fielder, T.J. Guinan. Guinan's flied out to right and fouled out to third today. First pitch to him is a strike. 4-1 Pirates lead. Again, Armstrong Atlantic needs 2 of 3 this weekend to advance to the Peach Belt Conference tournament next week. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, and it's 0-2 to Guinan. Breaking ball is in the dirt, taken for a ball, which makes it 1-2. Fastball grounded to first. Davis will take it himself. Steps on the bag for out number 2. Two down in the inning for Alex Bauer, the second baseman. He tried to bunt his way on his last time up, but Ross Partee able to field the bunt cleanly and throw him out. Bauer swings and fouls off the first pitch behind the Lander dugout for strike 1. Next week, the Peach Belt Conference Championships will all be webcast via the Peach Belt Conference and Penn Atlantic. As there's a ground ball in the hole, that's going to get through for a base hit. And Alex Bauer has a 2-out single for the Bearcats. You can view the webcast by going to pacersports.com. USC Aiken hosting the Peach Belt Conference Championships. We head back to the top of the order for Brian Bender, 1 for 3 today. Struck out his last time up. He has bunted for a base hit as well as flied out to left. There's some activity now in the Armstrong Atlantic bullpen behind Partee, who delivers a first pitch to Bender. It's high and outside for ball 1. 4 runs on 12 hits for the Pirates this afternoon. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors for Lander. The 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball strike, and it's 1-1. Breaking ball outside, taken for a ball, makes it 2-1 on Bender. Fastball, that's a strike at the knees. Making the count 2-2. Last year, these two teams met in Lander for a 3-game series. Pirates won 2 of 3, including that 1-0 win against Hirschberger. Swung on and missed, strike 3. As Bender is out on strikes for a second time, and that retires the side. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stand up wherever you are. Pirates lead it 4-1. Michael Price has no 2 count against Daniel Hinchberger here in the bottom of the 7th. Swings and it's a high chopper to first. It's a foot race to first, and Price will beat out the throw from Arnett to Hinchberger covering. And Michael Price has an infield single leading off the bottom of the 7th. First hit of the day for Price. And it puts the leadoff runner on for freshman Matt Tufts, 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. Hinchberger from the stretch. Tufts shows bunt. The pitch to the plate is low and in the dirt, taken for a ball. And it's 1-0. Pirates lead it 4-1, but the Pirates have stranded 11 runners through the first 6 innings of this game. They've had plenty of opportunities to kind of get some breathing room against the Bearcats, but Lander is hanging tough here in the first game of the series. Price leads away from first. Again, Tufts shows bunt, and this is a great bunt to the pitcher, Hinchberger. His only play will be to first, so the sacrifice is successful. And Price is now in scoring position for Nick Pyron. Pyron doubled down the left field line, but in his haste to get from home plate to second base, did not tag the bag at first, so he was out on the appeal. Swings and misses at the first pitch here from Hinchberger, and it's strike 1. Last inning, the Pirates had a runner at third and nobody out, but could not bring the runner home as Joey Davis led off the inning with a triple. Here, Michael Price leads off with a single, gets second on the Matt Tufts sacrifice hit. So it'll be up to Pyron and Josh Wilson to try and bring him home. Runner goes to third, and the catcher, Lavorne, will not even attempt to throw as Michael Price steals third easily. For Price, that's his 9th stolen base of the year. Pirates have 2 steals today. Kind of taking a page out of the Bearcats playbook here. And now the infield comes in as Pyron swings and hits the shot down the left field line. This is a fair ball. Pyron steps on first this time. Price comes home, and Pyron will pull up into second base with a double. And it is now 5-1. So Nick Pyron gets his double this time, drives in a run, and Josh Wilson comes to the plate 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and a pair of walks. And they're going to intentionally walk Josh Wilson. They don't want anything to do with Wilson today, as Hinchberger will now put him on with first base open to get to Juan Dorado, set up the double play. This is the 3rd time that Josh Wilson will be intentionally walked this year. And it will put 2 on with 1 out for the Pirates shortstop, Juan Dorado. Dorado grounded out to second base his last time up. He is 1 for 4 today. – 5-1 Pirates lead. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Hinchberger's first pitch to Dorado is swung on and missed for strike 1. Nick Pyron on at second. Josh Wilson on at first. Fastball a little outside, taken for a ball, makes it 1-1. Swinging a pop-up down the right side, foul. And it's 1-2. Now a conversation between the catcher Lavorne and Hinchberger. There is a pitcher up in the bullpen for Lander, but he is not throwing at the moment. Spectator right now watching the battle between Hinchberger and Dorado. And the 1-2 pitch is lifted into right field. This is going to fall for a base hit. Pyron held up between second and third, so he had no chance to score, but the bases are loaded for Joey Davis, who hit the last pitch he saw from Hinchberger, 388 to center field, hit off the center field fence for a triple. First pitch to Davis is hit to deep center left field. This one is carrying, and this one is gone. A grand slam home run for senior Joey Davis, and the Pirates now lead it 9-1. And that is Davis's third grand slam of the season. And the Pirates have finally put this one out of reach, as it is now 9-1 in the bottom of the seventh. And that is going to be it for Hinchberger, as Moore takes the slow walk to the mound. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Lander is number 20 freshman Chess Courtney, right-hander from Orlando, Florida. 1-2 with a 6.04 earned run average. Courtney's thrown 22 and a third innings, given up 28 hits, walked 12, struck out 12. And he will face Derek Miller. With one out here in the seventh and 5 runs already in the inning, thanks to the grand slam home run by Joey Davis. Courtney's first pitch to Miller is a strike. So Hinchberger goes 6 1/3 innings, gives up 16 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, walks 3, strikes out 6. And is in line to take the loss, as the breaking ball from Courtney is low, making it 2-1 on Miller. Miller looking for his first hit of the day. He is 0 for 3. Hits a fly ball into left field. This should be no trouble for Bender. He makes the grab for out number 2. That brings up Kenny Kale, 2 for 4 today. Takes a pitch high and tight for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1 now to Kale. Another pitch and another strike as Cale looks at one at the knees from Courtney. And it's 1-2. 9-1 is our score. It's the bottom of the 7th inning here at Pirate Field. Breaking ball in the dirt, taken for a ball by Kenny Cale, makes it 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Skinner, long throw to first, and it's not in time. And the error by the third baseman, Skinner, will allow Kenny Cale to reach and extend this 7th inning. So Chris Smith becomes the 9th batter to hit in the inning. Smith has been on base once, but he is looking for his first hit of the game. He reached in the first on a catcher's interference. Takes a strike here from Courtney, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung and a high chopper back to the pitcher. It's fumbled by the pitcher, Courtney, but Chris Smith is going to end up with an infield hit on the high chopper. So the Pirates have runners at first and second for Michael Price. Price led off this inning with a single and then scored on the RBI double by Nick Pyron. Courtney's first pitch to him is a strike. Well, unless something bizarre happens in the last 2 innings, the Pirates will go into tomorrow needing just to split the doubleheader with the Bearcats to advance to the Peach Belt Conference Championships, as Price swings and misses at the high fastball, making it 0-2. The pitch from Courtney is outside, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 breaking ball stays high, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch, and that's slapped through the hole into left field for a base hit. Cale will hold at third, and the Pirates load the bases again in the inning for Matt Tufts. Tufts is 2 for 3 with a pair of base hits as well as a sacrifice. Courtney's first pitch to him is a strike. Next pitch from Courtney's low, making it 1-1. 18 hits now in the game for the Pirates. As the 1-1 pitch is lined foul down the right side. And the pitch goes way inside. Tufts shifts out of the way, makes it 2-2. 18 hits by the Pirates, the most since March 25th, so more than a month since the Pirates have had this kind of offensive production. Swinging a pop-up into left field. Bender goes back, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates plate 5, keyed by the grand slam home run by Joey Davis. We head to the top of the 8th. It is 9-1 Pirates. Third baseman Robert Skinner leads off the top of the 8th inning for Lander. Skinner is 1 for 3 today, singled his last time up. As Ross Partee now enjoying an 8-run lead as he is ahead 9-1. Here in the 8th, first pitch to Skinner's in the dirt for ball 1. Swinging a ground ball foul down the third base side into the Pirates dugout. Brings the count to 1-1. And the next breaking ball from Partee is in the dirt, making it 2-1. Well, if the Pirates take 2 out of 3, they will be the 6th seed in the Peach Belt Conference Championships, and they will face Columbus State in the first round. As there's a fly ball into right center field, Pyron and Price converge. Price will make the play for out number 1. The Pirates took 1 out of 3 from Columbus State during the regular season, but the 2 games they lost were by fairly large margins. However, if the Pirates sweep, they will be the 5th seed, and they would face USC Aiken in the first round. And the Pirates took 1 of 3, but had late leads in the other 2 contests against the Pacers, and played pretty well up in Aiken. And of course, 2 years ago, the Pirates and the Pacers met in the first round of the Peach Belt tournament in Aiken, and the Pirates won that game. So if it were up to the Pirates, they'd love to sweep and face the Pacers in the first round rather than the Cougars. 1-1 pitch to Arnett, and that's lifted down the left field line, but it is foul for strike 2. Arnett 0 for 2 with a walk today. 1-2 pitch from Partee is low, and it's 2-2. Ross has thrown 7 1/3 so far, given up just 5 hits, 1 run. He's walked 3 and struck out 4. As there's a pitch inside, making it 3-2. As a staff, the Pirates have just 1 complete game this season. As there's a shot into center field. On the run is Price. Drifts back, and he will make the catch for out number 2. That 1 complete game came from Jeff Chase in a 4-3 loss to USC Aiken back on April 6th. First pitch swinging for Lander is the catcher Josh Lavorne, and he grounds a single up the middle for a base hit. So the Bearcats have a 2-out base runner for the designated hitter Malcolm McLeod. McLeod 0 for 2 with a walk. Off-speed pitch from Partee is right over the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is a little low, making it 1-1. Again tomorrow, 1 o'clock, first pitch for our doubleheader between the Pirates and the Bearcats here at Pirate Field. 1-1 pitch, that's a strike, and it's 1-2. That will be our final webcast of the 2007-2008 season, but if you want to relive any of the contests for the Pirates this season, you can always visit our webcast archive. Basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, soccer, all available on our website. As there's a pitch in the dirt, making it 3-2 to McLeod. So Lavorne will get a head start here with a full count and 2 outs. And the runner goes, and the pitch is check swing foul off out of play. And McLeod swung at ball 4 there. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is swung on and grounded to second. Kale will flip to first, and that will retire the side. Bearcats get a hit, but nothing else. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-1 Pirates. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Pirate Field, and a new battery for Lander as left-hander Sean Edenfield, a freshman from Riverhead, New York, takes over for Ches Courtney, and a new catcher, number 22, Nate Mangiapane, and I hope I pronounced that correctly, a junior from Coral Springs, Florida. Will be behind the plate for the Bearcats in this inning. Nick Pyron leads off. Looks at a first pitch strike and then a ball for a 1-1 count. 14 struck out 13.